Hey, welcome back to Maul Paints. I'm not in any cosplay today, but I just wanted to do a painting for everybody, and hopefully you guys like it. I just wanted to show you kind of what I do when I prep each painting. I've already got thin even coated liquid white on here, and I'm just going to show you kind of how I test it. So kind of this 4 fingerprint test. You can see as long as there's paint on there, you can see your fingerprints through, you're doing pretty good. So I'm just gonna dive right in and do a little painting here. So just start with some phthalo blue, just a real tiny amount of it, and we'll just kind of go wherever. I had nothing really planned today, so I just kind of wanted to just do a quick painting, just kind of show everybody what's going on. With this here, so just making kind of a real simple sky, nothing too intense, but I figure maybe I'll throw in just a quick mountain, maybe some trees, maybe just a quick thing of water, I don't know, but I didn't really feel like getting into any cosplay today, so anyway, hopefully everybody likes it. Using little crisscross strokes and whatnot, but we'll blend all this out afterwards. And then maybe we'll throw in just a little bit of the alizarin crimson, just in some random areas, just to give it some changes in what the sky would look like. So we're gonna blend all this out afterwards, and then we'll get into the rest of the painting. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. So. All right, this isn't going to be anything too crazy, so hopefully it'll be fairly quick. Don't have a lot of time. Still going to beat the Sith out of it though, so that's everybody's favorite part. And now we're just going to kind of blend. Maybe throw some clouds in here, I don't know, do something just to kind of clean it up a little bit, but yeah, all I'm doing now is just taking out the brush strokes. I think I'm gonna cover up a lot of this anyway, so it's just kind of giving it some color here. But yeah, so this is gonna be just a real simple sky. We can throw in some clouds just by taking just a little bit of white here on the fan brush, maybe just a touch of the crimson. I'm just gonna really load this up here so it's pretty full, and then we'll just kind of make little gentle circles just wherever. I'll just do a couple here just to show you. One up here. Take just a touch more of that crimson, and maybe, I don't know, one over here. Okay, just gonna clean this off so it's nice and dry. You can do this with any kind of brush you want to. I'm just gonna stick with this little fan brush here, but if you can take like a 1-inch or whatever and just kind of rub out the bottoms and then fluff the top, and it'll look really good. So yeah, we're just gonna fluff out the bottom of them. Something simple. Doesn't have to be too crazy or anything. So, and then I'm gonna grab where's my 1-inch brush here. Here we go. Make sure this is dry. And I'm just gonna kind of fluff these up, just to kind of give it like a little cloud look. I don't know what that means or whatever, but and then just real gently, just kind of barely touch, just kind of blend them into the painting. So should probably add some water or something down to the bottom just to be safe. Maybe we'll grab just some blue here, just to give it some color. Just in case I make any water, I'm just gonna have kind of a background. Just something simple. I'm just kind of pulling from the outsides in. I always pull in from the outside in, because if I start here and go out, it brings that little mark there. So then you just got to have a little bit more time blending it. It's not a big deal, but it's something kind of simple to avoid. So I actually have no idea what season this is going to be or whatever. I just figured I just wanted to paint today. So we'll just see how this goes. And touch more blue there just to give it a little bit more color. All right. Let's make a mountain of some sort. So I'm just going to grab some of the lamp black here, maybe a little bit of the phthalo blue, maybe some of this Van Dyke brown, just to kind of give it whatever kind of color. So I'm gonna try something different today that I don't usually do, but just bear with me. I'll see what I'm doing. We'll see. So it's gonna maybe make like a huge peak here. So I'm not really looking for any detail, more so just where the mountain might be at. Just gonna pull this excess down. Usually what I do is I kind of grab the 1 inch or 2 inch brush and I pull down, but I'm gonna try something different today. A big mighty peak. I'm gonna keep this kind of dark too. If you want this to be kind of seem like it's further away, just kind of make it lighter. Maybe add a touch of white to it or something. But we're just gonna make one mountain here. Maybe some trees right in the front here, and then 2 big trees here. Maybe some water in the middle. But yeah, add a little bit more. I am going to take, instead of pulling down like what I usually do, is I grab these and I pull down just to kind of make it look like, you know, that's where you would see your mountain peak at. But I think I'm just gonna blend it out and kind of make it look like mist. And then now I'll start adding a bunch of highlights to it. And I think we'll do snow. Oh, you know what I actually wanted to do today, and I didn't, because I forgot. Kind of wanted to make like a sunshine on the side. So I'm gonna take just a touch of this. I don't even forget what color this even is. Kind of like an Indian yellow or something like that. I'm just gonna kind of pull that down like that. Maybe it looks like little like sun rays coming down. I don't know. Looks something like that, but I'll kind of blend that out. Clean this chin off. Don't want to get any extra color on here. Oh, like I said, this is going to be something different I haven't really done before, so. Okay, let's add some highlights here. So we'll take just some blue. I'm grabbing white. Take some blue, some white. I just want to have 2 different shades of this as well. So I'm just going to have just a slight touch, maybe a little alizarin crimson, a little bit of phthalo blue, just to kind of give it a lighter look to it. And then scrape off little bit, and then we'll just kind of wherever we want snow to be at. Should clean this off really good. There's a lot of paint on there. Mix that up a little bit more. Maybe there's some up in here. And then for our dark side, I'm just gonna grab, I don't know, maybe just like a darker, it can even be like straight phthalo blue with just a touch of white. For just wherever you're not putting any highlights, like probably like, you know, here, down, something like that. But yeah, so let me finish up this a little bit here. You kind of make any angle you want. And then let's take some darker color, maybe even that actual mountain color I had, and just add a touch of this white to it. And that'll be our shadow side. Maybe add a little red. Let's see how it looks. You can always change it. We'll add a little bit more light to it. See how this looks. There we go. So grab that mountain color, a little bit of white. I don't even know if some of the stuff might come in a little different spot here. So this wasn't going to be kind of a new thing for me, because like I said, usually I usually pull this stuff out with the 2-inch or the 1-inch. But I figured I was watching some other painters and I figured I'd try this. So yeah, if you mess it up, you can always fix it. Yeah, let's see, we got kind of this darker here, but maybe we'll add kind of a lighter spot right there. Not a big towering mountain, nothing too crazy. Maybe add a little spot right there. Maybe there's like a little ledge. It's kind of a cool thing about painting like this. You can just make whatever you want. And there's really no wrong way to do it, especially if you're just making. So I don't really go into these with like an idea of what I'm gonna do. I just more so just think of something and then just try to put it on the canvas. So, but everybody's different. So, and we'll add just a little bit of shadow here. That's gonna be pretty dark because of the shades coming from over there. Then this is gonna be pretty dark down here. Okay, I think that's good enough for that mountain. And then we'll just make sure this is really, really dry. All right. We'll just tap, makes kind of illusion of mist here. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a fan brush and I'm gonna make kind of a couple different shades of blue for like distant mountain, like distant trees and stuff. So I'll take this blue here, just regular straight phthalo blue here, and then maybe I'll just take some white. You know, I should probably do. I'll show you. Just take white here, and I'll start making like a couple different shades of it, darker and darker. And I'll show you why. And then we'll just do real dark right there. So with this lighter shade here, add a little more white. the lighter something is, the further away it's going to look. So we'll kind of start by and I'm just going in here and pressing straight down with the fan brush. Just press in and then down. So it just comes way up here. When you're first watching this, you're probably like, what the heck are you doing, dude? Because this looks really weird, but it'll look cool in the long run. And then I'm just gonna make this kind of have like a mist section to it. So I'm gonna take this same brush I had and just kind of pat straight down. Just kind of make a illusion of mist out there. My whole thing is moving here, jeez. Okay, now I'm gonna go into that darker, I might even start using just a touch of, just a slight touch of this green here. And then we're gonna make it a little darker. So I had like the lighter here, and it's just a little darker. If you see, it should make it seem like it's a little bit closer to you. Maybe even touch of black. I don't want to make it too dark. And then this should seem, add a little bit more color to this. And this should make it seem like these trees are a little bit closer than those ones behind it. And that's exactly what we're going for. And there's not really going to be any detail or anything yet, so I don't be worried about detail or anything at the moment. We'll get there. Takes a little bit of time, and we'll just about anything done here. So, all right, so yeah, that darker, if you see that darker color out there, should be, the darker it is, the closer it seems like it's coming towards you. So don't want to get too dark, but, and then we're gonna blend this bottom part out. Make it look like another line of mist, and then we'll maybe make some big trees here on the side, and then some water here in the front. And yeah, I think you're gonna really like the end product. Just, I always like making reflections in the water. I think it just looks so cool. So, got that. Now, what we can do is you'll either, maybe I'll just take this down here and just kind of add like a mist to it. For this part, all I'm doing is just taking this 2-inch brush and just hitting it straight down with nothing on the brush. And that'll make it, give it that mist look. And this is all just background trees, so you shouldn't be looking for any crazy detail right now. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm not. So now, well, here's a, we'll take that 1-inch brush, and now we're gonna add some dark, probably some, just grab some green, this sap green. Like, I'm just gonna really load up the brush here with sap green, maybe some black. And everybody paints a little different, but one thing that I found is to kind of get more of like a chiseled edge. So you really got to load the brush up with paint. But you see, this should be like pretty, I mean, I don't have the greatest brush, I mean, they're decent, but it should be more of like a sharp edge. And then just kind of, wherever you think a tree's gonna be, just kind of maybe we'll use a little bit darker of a color. It's a little too green, so when I try to add some highlights to it, it's already gonna look like that. So kind of go back over it with some black. And this will kind of come down in front here. And the way I like to do this too, if you press kind of straight up, if your brush is vertical like this, you can make more like trees and bushes and stuff. But if you turn it sideways like that and then kind of go across, it'll make it look like grass. So for now, I'm just kind of making, it's just going to be kind of like foliage and whatever else is back here for now. So, but if you want to make like a grass section, you just kind of put sideways, bring it across like that. But for now, I'm just going to make some it's kind of dark color. Who knows what we got? So for now, just kind of do whatever. And I'm just doing this all with a 1-inch brush. Like I'll do over here, I'll take a fan and I'll make a big like evergreen. Yeah, so. Maybe we'll have another tree. Maybe right here. If you do find that you're not having enough paint though, if your paint's not sticking, you can always grab a touch of either paint thinner or the liquid white. I've got just a little plate of liquid white here. I know it's really high tech, this plate here, but if you just add a touch to that liquid white to it, it'll like stick right to the canvas. So, and I'm finding right now, either I don't have enough paint on the brush. Yeah, so I'm just gonna add just a touch, just the slightest little touch, because this stuff will go a long, long way. And then, there we go. Maybe a tree in the background there. Here's another one that lives right over here. Not looking for any crazy detail right now. We're just kind of doing, you know, whatever, just to kind of give it a little look. You can even take the, one thing I like to do, if you want to add some, you can use a fan brush if you want. You can use, I like to use a knife here. Just take kind of a lighter color. We're gonna make little trunks, maybe a little bit of the brown and white. And just kind of take it out, scoop it up there, see what color you want. If you want a little bit brighter, add a little more white. If you want darker, add a little more brown, whichever color you want. We're just gonna take this and just go straight up along the tree wherever you want the trunk is gonna be at. Maybe some kind of come out in the middle of nowhere here, you know, something like that. Put as many of these on there as you want, or you know, just if you want to make just a couple trees, you know, just make a few of these. But you can kind of even make it look like, maybe add a little bit more white here. It doesn't matter, there's still a little blue in it from before, but you know, no big deal. Just kind of bring it in here. Maybe some of these have, you can take the knife and just make little branches coming off the sides. That one looks like a telephone pole, but I'm just gonna kind of do whatever. I mean, like I said, there's really no wrong way to do any of this stuff, so. I like doing the, I don't have as steady of a hand as a lot of people do, so I like to the knife, or use the knife and make the tree branches that way, because if I use one of these smaller like liner brushes here, I end up like shaking too much and it looks really silly. So yeah, so we'll do a couple more trunks here. There's one there, there's one here. Maybe we'll make a couple little things out here. And all you're doing really, like, you could just take the color away from it. I don't know if you can really see that or not. But you're just kind of taking the color away from the canvas and it makes it look like tree branches. So, there's one here, and one here. And maybe just for the heck of it, maybe I'll take one and just kind of go just like that. Couple trees way in the background there. Okay, let's add some highlights. So I really got to clean this brush off. And I don't really know what colors I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll use some of this yellow ochre. That's what this yellow is. I don't know if I said that already or not, but clean the brush off, AKA beat the sith out of it. Make sure this is really dry. Then we'll go into some of this ochre here. And if it's not sticking, which that seems like it's sticking all right, maybe we'll use just a touch of white for this side since the light's coming in from that side. Maybe use just a touch of this liquid white. Liquid white's really gonna it just makes it so much, it just sticks so much easier. And just kind of putting color you think, any color you think where, you know, the light's gonna hit. Something simple. Then maybe we'll do, these trees have this yellowish green color to them, and then maybe we'll make some like red bushes. Maybe there'll be a couple little little branches out in the distance here. And then maybe we'll take some, maybe there'll be some like red bushes here. It's kind of a whole cool thing. So I'm just gonna go right into this alizarin crimson color. Some white. Really lighten it up, almost kind of has like a pinkish tone to it. Touch of that liquid white. And then maybe we got some pink bushes right here. There's really no right or wrong way to do this stuff, I don't think. This whole process should be, you know, fun and make you feel good about painting. I know it does for me. Oh, maybe it's something simple like this. You know, who knows? But just wanted to kind of show you just a real quick way I like to do this stuff. Maybe we'll make kind of a tiny little grass section right here. Remember I said all I'm doing is just turning this from vertical to horizontal here. And it looks like we got just a little grass plane right here. Maybe that'll come out here. And remember I told you earlier, I think what I'm gonna do is just make this kind of like watery color. So just grab this wherever you want this water line to be and just pull straight down. And then kind of pull sideways. And man, that already looks like water in the background there. Maybe I'll add just a touch of color here. I don't want to add too much, but it's gonna be like a little blue icy lake type thing. Yeah, we'll just pull straight down wherever you want your water line to be and across. And that's simple, we got a little bit of water. So I told you I'm gonna take the fan brush here on this side and just go straight down, and I'll make like a pretty big evergreen. And then same thing with this side, I'll clean it up and that'll pretty much be a finished painting. So go into the black, kind of the same color I used over here. Black and green, really load that brush up. And all I'm really gonna be doing is use, you know, it's pretty full here. And I'm just gonna use the corner of the brush, just kind of pick an area you want. Just kind of bring it straight down. You can either bring it straight down like this, like all the way, or just start here, and then you're just gonna make little, like Z's. Something simple like this. We'll finish it up, but that's just kind of a rough thing of how I'm doing it. So yeah, we'll bring it down. You can do this two different ways too. So like I have this one coming down, where it kind of looks like frowny faces, or maybe on this one here, bring this one down, and then you can press up. just a change in pressure and brush here. We'll just add it, make it look like different types of trees. And maybe we'll make this kind of come out here, kind of come down. This will be kind of like a big grass section. Add a little bit more green to this. All right, clean off the brush. Do what I did before. Gonna grab some of that brown and white. Wherever you think a tree trunk's gonna be at. Maybe we'll add a couple here, maybe one here. Maybe one here, one there. You just do whatever you want. You can just, if you don't even want to make it on a tree, just grab it from here, wherever you think a tree trunk is gonna be at, and just, you gotta make that noise when you do it though, or it doesn't work. So now we'll do, this is gonna be, we'll add some green, kind of like what we did before. I've already got some paint thinner on the brush here, but paint thinner is getting kind of dirty, so we'll use this ochre, green. Let's see what color we get here. All right, I think that'll work. Clean that off because I'm picking up all that black on the tree as well. Dry it off, go into that same color you had before. We'll do the same thing to this one. Now, here, I'm just gonna grab this brush here. I'm just gonna make a couple, just a little thing of grass. Just by taking green here, maybe just a touch of white, and then we'll see what color we get. That's pretty dark. Maybe we'll add a little bit more white to that. Rub that in and see what we got. There we go. A little more white, touch of that green. And then what you can do as well, if you want to push this back a little bit, just grab some white, touch of the green, and then we're just going to go right into the base of where the trees are at, go in and just press up. That should kind of push those trees back just a little bit. Neat, huh? Okay, I think we're just about done here. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm just gonna add a little bit of a water line here and I think we'll be done. So just go into, maybe a touch of that blue, a little white, a little more white. And we'll just kind of make a little water line out there. Maybe this kind of has a little bit of waves and stuff in here. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me take a step back and look and see what we got. Yeah, I think we're just about done. So this is Casey here from Maul Paints. Clearly I'm not Maul or Scion or anybody today, but I really hope you enjoyed the painting and let the hate flow through you, and we'll see you next time.